everybody, you know, not saying that nobody's giving back, but they're forgetting that, you know, you can help people with what you do. And I see it online that these guys are just so, you know, enraged with, oh, I created this, oh, like all that energy goes into that, could be going into a specific child.
Right.
You know, it's real crazy.
That is a really great point, because I see a lot of that going on, you know, and I'm appalled by a lot of it, and I try not to get into those things anymore, especially because I've had a couple of bad experiences with that sort of thing, and that's not what I'm out here for again. And I don't do this for money, for the love of money or anything else than the love that I have for the culture itself and for the kids that I'm trying to help. That's my main goal, you know. So these guys, you know, focus their energies more on doing positive things with the kids and the youth that are coming up behind us. You know, that would be so much more beneficial to these kids, you know, than seeing these, you know, grown men fighting over who did what and things like that. I'm no longer gonna, you know, even entertain that sort of thing, because it's just, I think, juvenile and uncalled for, you know. So going forward, I want to try to get other people involved with doing more positive things for the kids, as opposed to just talking about it, doing something about it, you know. Like right now, being proactive, you know, and teaching these kids about empowerment, you know, things like that will help, you know, secure a better future for them, as opposed to just the showing the dance itself. Nah, there's a lot more to it than that. And the one thing I will say in conclusion is that if you could be inspired to be a great dancer, not everybody makes it as a dancer. And I have to remind you that education itself is the most important thing that you can do for yourself. There's nothing more important than that. And it's like the way I always push my daughter, and she finished high school a year early. Of course, I almost lost her, you know, when she was supposed to start college. She had a massive brain hemorrhage, almost died. But that's when I started doing even bigger things, volunteer-wise, and trying to, you know, and that's the reason I came up with the Teach the Children thing. Because I stayed at the Ronald McDonald House, and I saw all these kids and their families, and I got to know them over the 2 months that I was there when my daughter was in critical condition and she almost died. That, you know, there's so many other things. The most important thing is family and life, period. You know, and trying to do good things for other people, and just spreading good cheer around the world, you know, spreading love, you know. That's what God intended anyway. So that's really what I'm concentrating my efforts on. I'm not going to get into any negative things that are going to make us look bad, especially online, because people have a lot of access to, and they read things that are just counterproductive and negative. I'm not going to surround myself with that anymore. Anybody who comes out like that,
so if you wanted to thank anybody or give anybody a shout out or promote some of the things that you're doing, or in addition your website, you can do that.
Okay, well, my shout outs, there's so many of them, but I'll put it in a nutshell. Mr. Wiggles, my man and brother Pop Master Fable Pavone. I gotta give a big shout out to Navid, B-Boy Spaghetti, because he interviewed me one time, and some of what I said on there was a little controversial, but it wasn't done in a malicious way, and I hope that the party, you know, has forgiven me by now, because it was never intended to get to the point where people got angry at me for it. But Navid does the same thing I do. He does a lot of stuff. He recently went to Iran and ran some workshops for them, which is illegal out there, and he got arrested on the last day. Thank God he's okay, but you got to give him a big shout out. But I give a lot of shout outs to people like, you know, even Crazy Legs, who has been doing some great positive things, and there's other people who I have to mention, like Alien Ness, B-Boy Alien Ness, who's my brother and former dojo brother as well. There's so many of them. I gotta give the biggest shout out to my boy Floor Phantom, who's awesome. My boy Tony, Why Not, another Rocksteady crew member who's awesome. You know,